Hey, Harbor.Church. My name is Keith Harrington. I'm the pastor out here in Idaho at Harbor.Church. I know we've had a lot of fun banter over the last 5 years. I mean, in Idaho, we have 0 harbors, and harbor's actually in our name, okay? I know Josh is like, hey, it makes sense for us. I just have a subliminal message I want to pass your way. You can take it for what it's worth. But for real though, it's an honor to be able to do ministry alongside you guys and see everything that God has done. I don't know exactly what you're talking about today. I do know the best is yet to come. But think about the last 5 years. I did see on Instagram a post that talked about, hey, maybe we have started off bad. It doesn't mean that you have to have a bad race. I don't know if that is Josh's message title for today. Go, but look at his face. He looked like he's in pain. Maybe he just had a bad race. I don't know. I'm just having a lot of fun with you. Here's the thing. Josh is a dear friend of mine. We've been friends for almost 20 years. I'm thankful for him. He's come alongside me and my family during some things. He spoke at camps up here. He spoke at our church. Here's what I know. When I got to be with you guys 2 years ago, see what God is doing at Harbor. Our church went on a missions experience out there with you guys when you were first getting the building, and it was still like the feed store, and they were moving aquariums and all that. It's nothing but the movement and the hand of God happening. Hey, just right where you're at, this family right here, Josh and Kaylee, they're incredible servants. Can we just give them a huge round of applause and show appreciation for them and what they've done in serving God? I know those of you out there, whether you're a wash ashore or you're a local or whatever you would entitle yourself, hey, here's the thing. God is doing something really, really special. You guys are providing hope for the journey. You're bringing hope to people. You're out there on the Cape. You're working. Think about what you've done in the last 2 years, how challenging it's been even to just simply do ministry. But you're grinding it out. I just want to say thank you. Whether in Sandwich or Hyannis, you guys are doing the work. You're bringing hope to people that are in desperate need of it. You're bringing life. You actually really are a harbor. Thank you so much for being a safe place, for partnering with a church like ours, bringing encouragement, even though we're 2,000 miles away. I absolutely love you guys. Now, it would be nice to get invited back. That's a side note between your pastor and I. But hey, love you guys. Happy birthday. Enjoy it. The best really is yet to come.
Hey, Harbor.Church, it is Pastor Dan up here in Maine, and all of us at Central Church want to wish you a very, very happy 5th birthday. What you are doing on Cape Cod was so needed for so long. In such a short amount of time, you have already reached so many people, and you have impacted and changed so many lives for Christ. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep building the kingdom. Know that we are watching and cheering you on. We love you. And this weekend especially, we are going to be praying for you to enjoy the celebration and to have many, many more years of doing fantastic ministry on the Cape. Enjoy the weekend. Happy birthday.
Hey everybody, Donald Savini from Coastline Baptist Church. Just wanted to hop on here and say congratulations to Pastor Josh and Kaylee and the kids and Harbor.Church. Man, it's amazing what God has done over there. Just so thrilling to see it in action. And I just wanted to thank Josh personally. Man, he's been such a friend to me since I moved out here. And even before we moved out here, we came out and visited, and we're looking at the area, and my family lives out here, my wife's family, and he brought me to breakfast, and we just connected immediately. And, he has just been such a blessing to me personally as a friend, and given me advice and talked to me and told me what to do, what not to do, and just been so open and transparent with me. And I love you, Josh, and I'm so happy for what God's doing there at Harbor.Church. When I first moved out here, and we got the moving truck out here, my wife was working, and my family was all working, and I was going to unload the truck by myself, and Josh texted me, reached out, and I said, hey, if you want to come over and help unload the truck whenever, I said, you're more than welcome to. Who would really want to do that? He didn't really even know me. Next thing I know, Josh is over there with his dad, who was in town visiting, and his brother Judd, and they came over and they helped unload that truck. And man, that just meant the world to me. He gave me some gift cards, said, hey, you just moved here, here's some gift cards. Your church, Harbor.Church, when we got Coastline launched and got our building, you paid for our chairs so that we could have people in and have church. And just, I love you guys, and I love you, Josh, and I thank you for being a part of my life and investing in me and investing in our church. Congratulations, man. Can't wait to see what God does in the next 5 years.
What's up, Harbor.Church? Aaron Cavan here from Sin, Boston, and I just want to take a moment to wish you happy 5th birthday. Man, I can't believe it's been 5 years already. God has been so faithful to use you in such a powerful way on the Cape, to see many lives transformed by the gospel. It's been really awesome to watch from a distance. Man, Pastor Josh and Kaylee, you guys have done a great job leading the way, establishing this congregation. And I'm just excited to see how God is going to continue to use you. I know that this is just the beginning. God has so much more that he wants you to accomplish, and he has so much more that he's planning to do through you. So I'm excited to be watching as it happens, and I can't wait to see what God does next. Happy birthday, Harbor.
Hey, Josh Adams and Harbor.Church, congrats on 5 years. Without a doubt, one of the greatest church planting stories in all of New England is the story that God has written through your fully surrendered lives. I just want to give a big shout out today, and I just want to thank you for having that bold faith, but more than that, that spirit of resilience and that overwhelming sense that said, we're going to do whatever it takes to reach people that are far from God. You didn't come to start a church. You came to plant your lives. You came to give your lives to take the Cape for the sake of the gospel. And it's just been a joy for me personally as the Sin City missionary, and also as part of the Sin Boston and Sin Network, to be able to come alongside and partner with you, to sit in your services, to experience the excitement, the environment that said, hey, everyone's welcome here. And with Jesus, anything is possible. And you've made that so clear throughout all that you've done. I just want to give just a great word of just appreciation for what God has done through you. Big shout out, and can't wait to see what more he's going to do in the years to come. Love you guys. Love you, Josh and Kaylee. Thank you again for planning your lives for the sake of the gospel.
Hey, Josh and Kaylee, I cannot believe it. Harbor.Church is 5 years old. And Harbor.Church, I want to say you're welcome for giving you Josh and Kaylee, but we want to say thank you for giving us Tom Brady. We brought him another Super Bowl.
Yeah, Josh and Kaylee and Harbor.Church, we are so proud of you guys. 5 years.
Yes.
That is such a big accomplishment. You guys have a beautiful building, and you're reaching people right there in Cape Cod, and we could not be more excited for you.
Yeah.
We wish we were there to celebrate with you, but we are suffering down here in warm Florida, watching our Tampa Bay Bucks
win another Super Bowl
with your Patriots.
Yes. So on Wellspring behalf to Harbor, congratulations. 5 more years. Do it, bro.
Harbor.Church, how are you? Hey, I'm Pastor Dan. I lead Cornerstone Church in Gadsden, Alabama, and I just want to wish y'all happy birthday. Hey, 5 years old as a church, that's just, honestly, it's incredible. You know, they say that 90% of church plants don't make it past 4 years old. And you know something? You can't get there without great leadership. And I happen to know that your pastor is an incredible leader. Josh, man, I just want to say that I am so excited for you. I'm excited to see how God has been using you there at Harbor, using you there on the Cape. It's been exciting just to cheer you on down here in Alabama. I want to let you know, church, that we got to go actually be there a few years ago. And when y'all were working on your building, we got to write our names on the building, on one of the beams. And I remember just praying over the building, just asking God to do incredible things there. And he's been doing exactly that. And honestly, one of the cool things for me is your pastor got to fulfill a bucket list dream for me. He took us to my very first cranberry bog. And in this bog, I actually got to pick a fresh cranberry out and eat it right out of the bog. Now, that experience was nothing like I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a lot better than that, but it was still such an amazing experience. I love the culture up there. I love the people. I love the food. Oh my gosh, I could use some clam chowder right now. Hey, but more importantly, I want you to know that we're on the same team, that you have friends here in Alabama that are excited for you, that are cheering you on, and we can't wait to see how God uses Harbor in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. We're excited to see God use your church to continue to reach people on the Cape. Hey, Josh, love you, my friend. Can't wait to see you guys soon.
Hello, Harbor.Church, and congratulations to Pastor Josh Adams. It hardly seems possible that 5 years have passed since the beginning of Harbor.Church and Josh Adams' leadership as the pastor of this wonderful congregation that God is growing. I remember meeting Josh for the very first time there at Fort Independence, planes flying over, but the thing that caught my attention was the real heart and spirit of a young man dedicated to reaching people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. My life has been inspired and challenged by the commitment that Josh has shown to Harbor.Church over these 5 years. The church is blessed to have him as your pastor. He has put together a wonderful team, and it's been amazing to see what God has done, even in the midst of a pandemic. It's not been that long ago that Sybil and I were there with you to celebrate a time of God's blessing. It was such a joy to be able to say hello to so many of you that we had not met in person. But the greatest of all times, I have to admit to you, is the time that we were able to spend with Josh and Kaylee and their family. I could not have chosen a better person to try and to seek to mentor as a church planter than Josh Adams. I'm so grateful for his heart, for his spirit, for his enthusiasm for the kingdom of God. And I pray that in the days to come, that God will multiply his blessing upon Harbor.Church as you continue to follow the leadership of God's chosen man, Josh Adams, as your pastor. It is my great hope that we will be able to see you again soon in person. Until then, God bless. And Josh, keep the faith, brother. Love you.
Hey, Harbor.Church. My name is Sean Sears. I'm the lead pastor of Grace Church. We're one of your original sponsor churches, and we are incredibly proud of you guys. I don't know that I am actually, you guys might be one of the fastest growing churches I've ever even heard of here in New England. And I think it's probably because of how awesome your sponsor church is. I'm just kidding. I love Josh and Kaylee and Pastor Ron, Miss Marilyn. That's my parents, by the way, so I'm a little bit biased. But I think that says a lot about you guys, your love for God and your love for your community around you. Since the very beginning of your church, you've put a lot of your time, energy, and resources into meeting needs of people who are far from God, which I think God has used to build a relational bridge with those people to help them find their way back to Him. Like, it's working. Like, you're doing a fantastic, like, so much it's working that you're in multiple services and could probably even use another new building. And I have no idea where you're going to find one of those or how that's going to happen. I've just had a good time watching you guys grow. We really are incredibly proud of you. And all of us here at Grace Church, wish all of you at Harbor.Church a happy 5th birthday. You guys are killing it. Keep it up.